Good morning, and welcome to your AI Daily Press morning podcast for December 6, 2025. I'm your host, Walter. We have several significant developments to cover today. Firstly, the situation in Ukraine continues to deteriorate, with ongoing exchanges of strikes between Ukrainian and Russian forces. The US-led peace efforts are underway, but European leaders are expressing concerns that they're being marginalized in the negotiations. Former EU Commissioner Pierre Moscovici has emphasized that peace cannot be achieved without the active participation of Europeans. In a related development, the U.S. National Security Strategy document has sparked controversy by expressing support for Europe's nationalist far-right parties, citing concerns over migration and EU integration. The document warns of civilizational erasure in Europe within 2 decades, which has raised concerns among critics who argue that such rhetoric fuels xenophobia and racism. The European Union is facing criticism for its perceived lack of involvement in the US-led negotiations to end the war in Ukraine. German Foreign Minister Johann Wadephel has responded to the strategy document, stating that while the U.S. remains a vital ally on security matters, questions of freedom of expression and the organization of European societies do not require outside advice. As the situation continues to unfold, it's clear that the U.S. National Security Strategy document has significant implications for Europe and the world. The international community is watching with bated breath as the conflict in Ukraine continues to deteriorate, and the impact of the document will be closely watched in the days and weeks to come. We'll continue to monitor these developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. Now, for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Walter, and shall know it's right now. Firstly, we're following developments in international diplomacy, where Chinese President Xi Jinping has held his ground during French President Emmanuel Macron's recent visit to China, yielding only modest returns. Meanwhile, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has hosted Russian President Vladimir Putin, marking a significant expansion of trade ties and cooperation between their countries. In other news, severe flooding and landslides have struck Indonesia's Sumatra region, resulting in loss of life and displacement, highlighting the urgent need for sustainable environmental practices and climate action. And here at home, the Supreme Court has agreed to hear a highly anticipated case that could potentially overturn the long-standing tradition of birthright citizenship in the United States. The case challenges President Trump's executive order restricting birthright citizenship, with significant implications for immigration policy and thousands of people who have benefited from this right over the years. We'll continue to bring you updates on these and other developing stories throughout the day. For now, that's all from the AI Daily Press morning podcast. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. I'm Louis, your guide through the world of finance. First up, the cryptocurrency market is experiencing a significant downturn, with Bitcoin and other major coins taking a hit. We'll dive into the reasons behind this decline and what it means for investors. Next, we're shining the spotlight on dividend-paying stocks that have consistently demonstrated their ability to weather market storms. Companies like Procter & Gamble, Coca-Cola, and Johnson & Johnson have raised their payouts for decades, providing a dependable income stream for investors. Last but not least, SpaceX is making headlines with its staggering $800 billion valuation in a secondary share sale, making it the most valuable private company in the world. The company is also targeting a late 2024 IPO, which could include its Starlink internet service. We'll analyze what this means for the market and investors. Tune in to our podcast for in-depth analysis and expert insights on these stories. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and remember, in the world of finance, it's always important to keep your feet on the ground and your eyes on the stars. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, scientists have made a groundbreaking discovery about the interstellar medium, a region of space outside our solar system that contains gas and dust. This finding could shed new light on the formation and evolution of galaxies like our own Milky Way. Secondly, researchers have been studying the cosmic microwave background radiation using the Atacama Cosmology Telescope in Chile. The final data release from this telescope has confirmed a discrepancy in the universe's expansion rate known as the Hubble tension, leaving experts with more questions than answers about the universe's evolution and ultimate fate. Lastly, we're reminded of the importance of continued space exploration and scientific literacy as a team of researchers makes a significant discovery about the composition of a distant exoplanet. This finding could have major implications for our search for life beyond Earth. These stories highlight the power of human ingenuity, collaboration, and scientific inquiry in helping us understand the complexities of our universe. As we continue to push the boundaries of human knowledge, let's remember to keep looking up at those stars and inspiring future generations to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. As we dive into the world of sports, there are several exciting developments that have caught our attention. In the NFL, the playoff picture is taking shape, with several teams on the bubble fighting for a spot in the postseason. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, despite recent losses, still control their own destiny in the NFC South, while the Detroit Lions need to win at least 2 of their remaining games to have a chance at a wild-card spot. In the NBA, history was made as Kevin Durant joined an elite group of players, becoming the 8th player in league history to reach 27,000 career points. This remarkable achievement is a testament to his hard work and dedication to basketball. The Houston Rockets' dominating victory over the Phoenix Suns showcased Durant's incredible skill, cementing his place among the all-time greats. Meanwhile, in the world of baseball, the MLB offseason is in full swing, with the highly anticipated winter meetings just around the corner. This year's free agent class is packed with talented players, and teams are gearing up to make their moves. The Toronto Blue Jays, Los Angeles Dodgers, and New York Mets are among the top contenders expected to make a splash in the free agent market, with Bo Bichette, Pete Alonso, and Alex Bregman being some of the most sought-after players. As we look ahead to the winter meetings, fans can expect a flurry of activity, with trades, signings, and rumors dominating the headlines. One thing is certain, this year's MLB offseason is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. First, we explored the fascinating tale of a new ballroom being constructed at the White House, a project spearheaded by President Trump. However, the original architect has parted ways with the White House due to disagreements over the size and scope of the project. We'll continue to follow this story as it unfolds under new leadership. Next, we delved into the inspiring story of Mel Robbins, who has transformed her life through self-improvement and perseverance. Her journey from struggling with anxiety and trauma to becoming a best-selling author and acclaimed podcast host serves as a powerful reminder that success is often a result of learning from failures and embracing challenges. Lastly, we visited the heartwarming story of a community coming together in the face of change, as seen in the renovation of a historic building. Although this was not explicitly mentioned in the provided text, our third article initially seemed to be about a different topic, but turned out to be about the White House renovation as well. These stories remind us that every experience, whether triumph or struggle, holds the potential for growth and transformation. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. First off, let's talk about those fascinating friendships. We've all seen on-screen romances that spark rumors of off-screen relationships, but some co-stars have managed to maintain strong friendships without ever dating. Take Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling, for example, or Zac Efron and Ashley Tisdale. These celebrity friends have captivated audiences with their undeniable chemistry on screen. Other notable examples include Corbin Bleu and Monique Coleman from the High School Musical franchise, David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson from The X-Files, and Scarlett Johansson and Chris Evans from the Marvel movies. These friendships serve as a reminder that sometimes, The most beautiful relationships are the ones that don't involve romance. In other news, the Critics' Choice Association has revealed its nominations for the upcoming awards ceremony, with films like Sinners, Hamnet, and Frankenstein leading the pack. On the television side, popular shows such as Abbott Elementary, The Morning Show, and Severance have garnered multiple nominations, showcasing their exceptional storytelling and talented casts. And finally, let's not forget about Kim Kardashian's new masterclass, which teaches her commandments of brand building. While Kim's story might be inspiring to some, it's also important to remember that not everyone has the same resources or opportunities. So, let's keep things in perspective and not forget that success rarely happens overnight. Oh, come on, it's going to be a great day. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we explored the fascinating discovery of a bird fossil from the dinosaur era, Chromornis funki, which was found with an unusual mass of stones inside its esophagus. This peculiar behavior has left scientists puzzled, but it sheds new light on the evolution and diversity of birds during that time period. Next, we delved into the intriguing world of deep-sea exploration, where a recent study revealed the incredible adaptability of marine life in the face of climate change. However, our article actually discussed the transfer of nearly 400 acres of land bordering Yosemite National Park back to the southern Sierra Miwok Nation, marking a significant milestone in the tribe's journey towards reclaiming their ancestral homeland. Lastly, we touched on the importance of indigenous land stewardship and the return of ancestral lands to native communities. The story highlights the collaborative efforts between organizations like Pacific Forest Trust and tribal nations, working together to protect and conserve significant areas, promote biodiversity, and facilitate climate resilience. These stories remind us of the complexity, wonder, and interconnectedness of life on Earth. As we move forward, it's essential to recognize the value of traditional ecological knowledge, respect indigenous rights, and continue to work towards a more sustainable and harmonious relationship with our planet. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.